I don't know, sir.
Turn off your portable electronic devices or turn them to
And then, just like that,
Bitcoin going to zero.
Hey traders, welcome to the Turnaround Tuesday stream, right, where Bitcoin turned around very fast, very recently, within the past 30 minutes. You broke that. I mean, as soon as that $61,788 level was broken, it was just like boom, down over $1,000. And so yeah, it had already been selling off some today, struggling pretty hard, while the altcoins have run like crazy, as well as just equities, certain individual equities. S&P 500 all-time highs, right? Dow Jones, same thing. It just was a really good day today for most things except your favorite asset that is normally a market driver of all of crypto. Not so much today. Well, I mean, I'm sure a lot of the partying that was going on for these cryptos, I mean, like Ethereum was like going for it, man. It was like, it reminds me of, like, you know, a wide open receiver. He catches in college, not NFL. He catches the ball and he's kind of off balance and he's about to score and he falls down, and it's like he's down. That was like Ethereum. And he had the goal line, he had the all-time highs, and he just tripped and fell. Thanks, Bitcoin. Anyway, so here we have this structure painted for you so you can see what we call this a potential, yes, potential slanted head and shoulders pattern on Bitcoin on the 4-hour. Very real, very well developed now with that, you know, that right shoulder really looking good, nearing the neckline. Hidden bearish divergence even developed, I guess, in the end on that right shoulder, as you can look at the MACD histogram down here and see it, right? Where you make a high on price, this level of positive momentum, then you make a substantially lower high than the previous high with higher levels of positive momentum, which is implying downside, I guess, is playing out. And it doesn't become a confirmed head and shoulders pattern until this neckline right here, this slanted trend line. That's why we call it a slanted head and shoulders, because again the neckline is slanted. Until that's broken, it is not confirmed. So still not even a real pattern yet but you're getting really freaking close. It didn't manifest into much. It just started, right? I mean, you're just now building your first level of negative momentum off that hidden bearish divergence. We really don't know. So yeah, I mean, dang, dude, that's that you cannot ignore that. I mean, that is very real of a momentum shifting structure right there. So two things gonna happen, chat. I mean, you know, the thing is, like, you can't even like hold it at face value because there is so much support looking left where you are. I mean, just right here at 60K, there's a couple peaks. And then below that, I mean, you've got 59K, and then you go down to that 57.5, 58.5 area, and it's just so much congestion. So it's, again, the path of least resistance is up, not down. Down is like lots of support looking left all over the place. Even if you broke that, there's still going to be a lot of support all over the place. So good on Bitcoin market participants for creating all this chop early this year. So we can now bank on it. We can, you know, it can now protect us from getting destroyed where it goes down to 30K again, right? So what have we seen, right? We've seen this pattern develop even in this market on a different asset, right? What happens when potential head and shoulders patterns fail? They can end up being long opportunities. Let's just go to it real quick so you can remember this. The old potential head and shoulders pattern at a critical inflection point. I used to have it marked. It didn't really matter because it didn't end up being a real pattern. It was potential, right? The left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder, momentum was shifting. It was bad, right? But then you sold off and it was like, this is it. This is time. If 2650 doesn't hold, you're going down to 1940, 1824. What happened? It held. Bullish divergence developed at that inflection point, and what happened? It became a long. And we even showed on screen, right on the stream, how to size it up, how to trade it. Very easy, and it's on its way to, I think it's already hit all the targets, really. So you can just see what happens, man. Like, it can fail, it can play out, we don't really know. But dang, man, it is just, there is, whew. It's not bouncing very hard, is it, right now? Nope. Down 4%, we're talking $2,600. What is that? Oh, hyperwave's still in effect, man. Yeah, dude. Going to 1,000. Wasn't that it? Okay, so I guess we're just going to have to monitor this very real and very new development on Bitcoin that has literally just devastated some optimism. But like, I'm looking at the watch list and I still see assets up 6 to 7%. Now I also see, you know, a couple down a decent amount too. But all right, let's look at the daily and see how's Bitcoin faring on this daily. It's a bearish engulfing candle again. Not good, man. Really not good. Like, you had a bearish engulfing candle and then a bullish engulfing candle and now immediately a bearish engulfing candle. Yeah, it could be more selling. There's no real edge. You're showing negative momentum is building. You are at 57, so you're out of bullish control zone for now. And yeah, you just see there's so much support. 59K, 57.5, all around there. And you're fine until you break all that. I don't care about a 4-hour pattern. Too much. Yep, bearish engulfing candle in development. It wasn't even close, and now it's big time showing up here, okay? After just recently making the highest levels ever in the history of mankind. Okay, cool. Ethereum. Let's go to Ethereum. That, my God, dude, it was going for it. It had would have catch and it tripped because of Bitcoin. I guess Bitcoin would be the quarterback in this situation that threw it a little too high. So no problem here. No bearish engulfing candle, indecision candle after yesterday's bullish engulfing candle. Beautiful. Like, this completely different story going on over here. Still above the old all-time high where traders set it up their highest level ever May 11th. You're above that right now. You're back testing that level as support right now. That just is not bad. That's really good stuff right now. And could you imagine Bitcoin just not dumping $3,000? What this asset could end up doing? A clear outperformer And that could continue based on what we know about this pairing, Ethereum to Bitcoin. A beautiful bullish cipher, confirmation low, bullish divergence at that PCZ of the bullish cipher, bullish engulfing candle on the daily in development, and in the midst of trying to breach an inflection point from July 7th. Different story. Ethereum. This is implying Ethereum will continue to outperform Bitcoin in percentage gains to the US dollar. That's what this is saying right now. It's implying that. So, yeah, even if Bitcoin, this chart doesn't mean that it's like, hey, Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to go up in price. It doesn't mean that. Like, this thing could skyrocket while Bitcoin crashes or something. As long as Ethereum's just not crashing as hard, not selling off as much, not losing as much percentage value to the US dollar as Bitcoin. That's what this means. So they could just keep dumping, man, and this could keep going up. So yeah, I think when you break this 6.9 million Satoshi area, it could be very interesting. We could see 7.7 million sats again. This was a literal trade setup because of how good it looked technically. In a very long-term uptrend, undeniable uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, all the time. And you did it again with an M shape and a second low to confirm that was the bottom. So that's kind of your analysis on the two big ones. We could look at total real quick, right? You know, total.
I like turtles.
Well, total's fine too, if you can even believe it, man. Total is flirting with back testing the highest wick, the highest intraday candle ever, right? May 12th. It's never regarded this level as support, and it's trying to. It was gonna do it if it wasn't for freaking Bitcoin. That just means, like, I mean, if it's still this high, it just means the money's coming out of Bitcoin, not altcoins right now. So it's just like the target's still eventually $3 trillion market cap. I have no idea how it could get there if Bitcoin is actually gonna, you know, paint a real head and shoulders and then dump. You know, the good news is with the head and shoulder, potential head and shoulders on Bitcoin is, you know, measure move. Probably, it very well could not happen because there's too much support looking left. So you could break the neckline and dump and then hold all that support. It was always a resistance. Maybe you just start regarding it as support a lot more. While, you know, over leveraged longs, the degens have to get liquidated and devastated. They have to lose their house and really bad things have to happen to them. They get in depression, all that stuff. Because that's what happens in crypto, man. Like over and over and over. Too much interest and leverage longs. So they got to get wiped out by the exchanges. It resets and then eventually, Bitcoin pivots and then rallies again. But that's only after people have lost their homes and whatever, their wives and their kids, everything, right? You blame a lot of these dumps on those people that do that, okay? So you got total, you got Bitcoin, you got Ethereum. Nice. I guess we could look at Cardano, that is still just stuck, man. When will resolution occur? When will it occur? It's getting so close to the apex of this consolidation structure that is extremely neutral. This is as neutral as it gets, man. Higher lows, lower highs, forever, right? For a long time. And look how close you are. The closer you get to this apex, the higher the probability is resolution. A big move up or down is coming. So we're getting closer and closer, man. And look at this 200 moving average being tested as resistance. Very weak. I don't know. Like, after a crazy buying climax, you're just really struggling here. A lot. There's just not much demand on Cardano right now. I can imagine with what Bitcoin's doing. But it's only down it's up 0.23% today while Bitcoin's devastated, right? I mean, 4%. So then you got Binance Coin, another very large crypto that we look at like every day at the beginning of the stream, just because of its size. Wow, dude. Really? Am I like stupid? I can't. Jesus. So this one at that, you know, a lot of things going on, right? This is a active trade setup that's hit one target, almost two, but really hit that 88% retrace of the W-shaped structure, and we know that this is exactly where assets catch reactions, reversals all the time. It did react, and it's just hanging out and not making higher highs, and could continue to sell off and turn into a bullish 5-0. So yeah, it started with a falling wedge. Then it developed and turned into an inverse head and shoulders. It became confirmed the date of October 12th when it broke the neckline, right? Broke it, became confirmed, even back tested it. But again, you make deep retraces like this, exactly where, you know, shorts might perceive value, where people could take profit, and then it dumps just to make another higher low and then runs again eventually. So that's your Binance coin at a level of inflection, kind of, right? Okay. Oh my god, my stomach dropped saying that we're still on totals. All right, that's it for that. Let's go to the S&P 500 so we can just look at it. What did it do today? It has done it, chat. It hit the 113% retrace, the maximum threshold of the bearish shark pattern. This is it. This is where one could see very well a reaction where number don't go up for a while. It pulls back some. It could be just mild. It could just be for a back test of 45.38 before going higher, or it actually comes and fills some gaps here. It's a really frothy market if you're not paying attention. Really frothy. So could you really be surprised if the S&P 500 actually reacted at the 113% retrace, the PCZ of the shark? You can't be surprised. And a 1.618 fib extension is so confluent, right? That is extreme confluence right there. I like it a lot. So, yep, people are going to be taking profit. Very possible. Your old Dow Jones, that is, it did today hit all-time highs. It opened at all-time highs, then filled a gap, and then started selling off towards the end of the day. Whatever, closed at its kind of pretty much its lowest point, but still above that old all-time high from August 13th. Yeah, you think if the S&P pulls back, Dow Jones very well could too. There's no real edge on the oscillators. I mean, really close to Class C bearish divergence. What a run it's been. I think a pullback could happen, and it wouldn't be weird. You just had a really nice wave up. Nasdaq's, you know, it almost made all-time highs today. It opened really strong, and then a pump very early in the trading session, and then sold off, and pretty much engulfed the previous candle, and then just kind of indecision the last candle today. So, you know, it has not broken to all-time highs. Has hit the 886, so this is definitely where reaction could occur. There's no edge. There's no like buyer exhaustion that I see at all right here. Oh, and you got the Russell 2000 that finally hit the beginning of the range, the top of the range, right? From February 10th. You hit it today and you pulled back. Definitely understandable, right? It's exactly where areas where assets reverse. Look at that, right? April 29th, you had a huge dump. So just can't be surprised if something happens here. You know, if it's going to follow the wave structure, then eventually it could see all-time highs and hit 2400. But it just, why would that not happen? Look left. This is why it may never happen, because of just too much resistance, too much supply at strategic areas. And you do, in fact, have a very slight, you do have a very real amount, like bearish divergence on the 4 hour there. So these are not like low risk areas for an entry, if you understand, right? At tops of ranges, we try to get as low as you can at the bottom for the longs, right? Top is like where, hey, it could be strategic for a short, right? So they're your index funds. Who cares? Let's look at the one, man. The one that was just a headline all day today. You know, of course it did pull back. Of course it pulled back. But this thing, Tesla, got as high as $1,094.88. That's an all-time high. And it was so close. We're talking like what, less than $6 away from the third profit-taking level of the trade setup that was posted earlier. We're talking, you know, back in August it was posted. You had to wait a little bit, not much. I mean, every day you sat in this, you were making money pretty much, except for like 2 days. Just so we can, you know. You guys see what I'm talking about now. Right here, right? Okay, the 1.618 is a little higher, so it was like $1,118. Okay, so you did not get there. You did not get to the third target, but dang, man, it's just so close. And I think you still very well could get there, all right? So that, and then AMD, all-time highs today, got as high as 127.21, beautiful. That's a trade setup target, or, you know, that's a trade setup that's hit multiple targets. I don't think it's hit the third one yet. Then you got NVDA that was unreal. I think this could very well, it might not be, but it could be a breakaway gap where you don't fill this gap anytime soon and you continue this crazy ascent after bullish Gartley developed in a really nice uptrend. So we'll see. But up, you know, at one point, I think it was up like almost 10% today before pulling back. Do we really care about the company, or do we just care about the psychology of buyers and sellers on the chart? That's what we're reading. We're not reading about Tesla's numbers. Reading about predictable patterns on a chart and how they can give us an edge. History repeats itself on these charts over and over and over again. I wouldn't have 1,000 patrons for a year, you know, month in, month out, if like they just, it didn't work. What's being taught here doesn't work. That just, nope. That's the proof right there. Look at this, how they just keep going, man. They keep playing out. And the altcoins, well on their way. I'll tell you, some of these altcoins today, chat, are unbelievable. Like some of these structural developments now, but before and even before that, they're in these different parts of the cycle where you've got like ones that have graduated, right? There's some that are in school, they're on their way, and then some that are just beginning, right? They've just finished the development of their structures that are really bullish looking. That we've seen this countless times, how this works with Bitcoin and crypto, where that's always how it's gonna be. You're gonna have the ones that front run, you're gonna have the ones that are on their way that do okay, and you're gonna have the ones that are just beginning to look good, and then Bitcoin pulls the rug and they all dump. And the ones that front ran hit all the targets and exceeded them. The ones in the middle, some of them hit all 3 targets, some hit 2, some hit 1, and then it's Doba. And then you had the ones that were looking real good, that were about to take off, and then Bitcoin rug pull, and then fail. The structure fails completely. It happens every cycle. You don't know when Bitcoin rug pull is going to happen though all the time, right? I've been like literally working all day on the Halloween stuff, the Death Star, the FOMO Death Star. And really chart, I mean, come on, like if you're a patron, you know I've been working all day, right? Not just on the Death Star, but like all the charts being posted, man, all the scanning. So I don't know. I mean, this is normally when we look at requests, but certainly they're not going to be any requests today. Why would anyone request anything with Bitcoin dumping down 4%? You know, look at YFI broke out. It broke out of the ascending triangle that was identified. Well, you know, we had already identified the beautiful bullish bat pattern, the falling wedge, and then it broke above 32K, even back tested it and it's rallying. Nice. Nice. Momentum is shifted. Low, higher lows again, even higher lows again. Right? Momentum shifting on Wi-Fi. Could end up seeing 50K again in this cycle. It's not gonna, you know, it's gonna take a lot longer. Bitcoin wants to really do something bad here. Yeah, if we look at GRT, that's killed it today. You know, literally killed it today. Dude, there have been sirens going off all day today. I don't know what people are doing. They're being really stupid today. Oh my God, someone's getting in a wreck every 5 minutes. Holy crap. So look at GRT's. It made its highest level since May. Is trying to back test the August 20th high now as support. I don't know if that's going to hold. It definitely won't hold if Bitcoin dumps to 58K. There's no way. What's up, Chase? I don't know if the Tesla pump's done, dude, but it's beyond ridiculous levels where to take along now is literally going to a roulette table and throwing your money on green, but it just hit green like twice in a row. That never happens. Okay, so yeah, GRT, you don't even have to care about the 4 hour, really. You just have to look at the weekly to know how stupidly bullish GRT is. I mean, this is absurd. Absurdly bullish. Like, give it 2 months. See it 232, something like that eventually. This is too good. This is what assets look like before eventually they do this. Yep.
Danny Mangoman tipped $22.24. Here's my Beanie Baby request him and Geo. Thanks.
Thanks, dude. What's up, Peter? Thanks, Danny. Okay, so GRT, awesome, dude. Just go to the request so we can, I guess. What? Oh my god. To relog back into Stream Elements.
Thank you for the mental sushi.
Oh, don't worry about it, man. Yeah. Thanks for the threes. Matic, yeah. That, again, had a colossal breakout. Anything above 163, 170 is a major breakout. Very, very real breakout here. Already hit 2 targets of the trade setup, right? 2 targets, which was 163 and then the other one was 170. The entry was 124, right? So, like, the P&L from that, 37% upside in like a week or less. But now, it's like there's one more target, okay? One more reasonable target that's swinging for the fences. It's your kind of your moon bag. And that's 220, way up here. You're not even close to it, but you're doing the things you need to do initially before you make it there. And that's breaking old major levels, high from June 7th, high from June 15th, high from August 22nd, high from September 6th or 7th. And look, you know, you could come back test that. You've never really, since you created this zone that's so important, you've never back tested it as support, right? So that probably needs to happen. Market participants probably would want to know that this is a support now, not a resistance. So they push it down, but I don't think it's them pushing it down. It's more like, hey, Bitcoin's literally down almost $3,000 today. What a joke. Oh, as we can show it, I mean, whatever at this point, you know. This was it, man. This was brought up in a Patreon hangout. October 14th. Yes, this month. 2 weeks ago. Right? A little less than 2 weeks ago. The entry was literally strategic, the most strategic entry you could ever get on this asset, right? Where a level of inflection was identified. The asset fell below it briefly, but then rallied back above it, then back tested it successfully right there as support. And it's like, oh my God, that could be it. That could be it. Lowest risk you could ever take here. Having to stop just reasonably below maybe that little wick before. Okay. It hit target in less than 24 hours. The first target in 24 hours. Pull back, and it's now at the second target a little bit later.
I like big hot dogs.
And then 220 is the third target, right? Third target up there. Why? It's a daily candle high close, I believe, back from May 26th. Bitcoin's at its lowest level of the day. It is dumping. It's about to fall below $60,000. Certainly about to test the neckline of this potential slanted head and shoulders pattern. Okay, yeah, thanks leverage scrubs. Yeah, keep leverage longing Bitcoin, and this is going to happen to you. Yeah, there's just no way for anything to do anything with this kind of price action from the macro. Bitcoin is the macro. So should I just sit here and watch it, chat? I mean, should we just look at it and watch it keep dumping? Are you gonna go down 4K today, or just 3? Is 3 good? Got an hour, 20 minutes till your daily candle close. Oh, nice. And thanks for the 1,200 people tuned in. And yeah, man, we're just watching together the ups and the downs every day.
Inverse diagonal head and shoulders in development on Hex. What do you think, Mitch?
What's a diagonal head and shoulder? You talking about a normal head and shoulders pattern, or?
Hi, Mitch from NYC. Went in on ADA and Matic today. Is everyone else also thinking mid-late December is peak? I hope not.
Can you tell me why you went into Cardano and or Matic today? Like, what was your really strong reason for it, based on traditional technical analysis, using that as your argument? I mean, Cardano's so neutral, man. It's like you might play out, but I think you're flipping a coin on that one.
Learned a lot since I found the channel. We'll be joining Patreon on the 1st.
Thanks, Motherland. Yeah, that's only a few days away, and I know a lot of people are going to be joining Patreon this month. Because you've seen it, man. You've seen the power of traditional technical analysis on an untraditional market, and how you can make life-changing money from it if you learn how to do it and invest in yourself and become self-reliant as a trader. Just like if you're morbidly obese, you can lose weight, you can become healthy, you can lose your diabetes, all those things. All the information's out there on the internet. You know about it. You know the things you kind of got to do, the right things to lose that weight. Just like you got to do these things to become a successful trader. You got to do it. The information's all out there. We're in the information age. So it's just now about what separates everyone, right? Taking action. Everyone knows things, right? But most people don't ever take action, and they want handouts. Oh, I wonder why everyone wants handouts. People are so willingly taking these handouts. No shame, no pride. Yep, come on. More cops coming, dude. Or sirens, I don't know, dude. Okay, so We'll see this continue to bleed out probably towards the end of the stream of the day. I don't know if I'll be live for the daily candle close stream, man. It's so morbid in here. Ugh. Okay, so one thing, Ethereum chart I didn't show you. Oh, here it is. So I did this. Okay, I just kind of wanted to clean it up a little bit. I had all these, you know, confirmation lows and stuff. There had to have been something that made more sense. So I went for an anchor point, you know, from the bottom, September 29th, and then October 13th, and then one right here, September 27th. And look at all these touches. You get some really nice touches on the bottom and top. And I don't know, you get some correlation to the heart line. So that's just the way I'm looking at Ethereum now, and this really nice uptrend since the entry around $3,000 of that trade setup. That's pretty much hit all three targets. It didn't hit the third target by like literally $10. And was about to do it, and now it's, yeah, screwed. Thanks, Bitcoin. What's up, Dow Jones? Thanks, dude. Thanks. So, I guess now you have a bearish engulfing candle in development on the 4-hour. Not on the daily still. Daily's still fine for Ethereum, but it's not going to backtest the old highest candle close of all time as support. It's certainly not going to do that. Could you imagine it doing that now with what Bitcoin's doing? It might take a miracle now, dude. Okay, so I think we had one or two requests, right? More. Yeah, let's go to it. Of course, someone's shilling Mango, dude. That, yeah, got back above an inflection point. It was very real. Very, very real. All right, we've been here before. 26 to 27 cents. You had to get above it. You did it today. Congratulations on Mango Protocol. It did it, man. Nice confirmation low down here, too. I mean, and it looked like definitely some sort of M shape, you know, that ushered it all in. And now you're just going, you're launching. You're up 14% today. What you'd want to see here, right, as the swing trader for real, is a back test of 26 to 27.6 cents as support. That's what you want to see. You want to see this level be a support. We would really, really want this. If you want to take action on the asset for a long, it's either here or here, the back test, and that would be a great area to go long. Then it could be like almost like three rising valleys, a stronger pattern, accumulation pattern. And there was hidden bullish divergence by the looks of it, barely on this low right here, but it was just kind of, I don't know, below this inflection point. But I guess there was more support. There was the low from August 26th that it did hold. So great. So you're above major levels, but to take a long on an asset that's up 14% today at that level is kind of crazy. It's non-strategic. It's just kind of like, I'm buying into a pump. Good job, dude. Then on the new day, it dumps 10%. Then what? You're down 10%. So yeah, wait for a spring back test. We sprung. This is called the spring. Let's wait for the spring back test, the confirmation that what was once a support resistance is support again. Then it could go insane. Or it could just go insane now, you know, after confirming that bottom out. Yeah, sure. Very good. Okay, someone's asking for Hex. Down 4.3%. Again, dude, like, to me, I don't even care about Hex at these levels because it went from 1 penny to 50 pennies in less than like 6 months or something. Or in 6 months, that period. And now it's like there are other assets across this market that look a lot more similar to Hex when it was doing the awesome things than it does now, right? So I would be looking for assets in this market that are doing what Hex was doing. Not anymore. It kind of ended. It's like there's a lot more. There's so much stuff that Hex has to do now to get back into this groove of higher highs, higher lows, beautiful bullish consolidation structures, and then it runs again, right? Double bottoms, 3 rising valleys, falling wedges, bullish 5-0s, bull flags, I guess, right? Bullish sharks. I mean, now it's The momentum could be on the other side. You just confirmed at 35 cents is a resistance, right? Confirmed with one top, a second top. So again, now it's selling off. I don't know, man. Maybe it pivots here. It's good. It could very well hold here and run to much higher levels. I mean, it's been doing it a lot, but I'm telling you, like, you're looking for assets that are not like, I don't know, making fib extension harmonics. You're looking for ones that are like down here doing stuff like this, a consecutive higher highs, higher lows, no blow off top. It just, you're looking for stuff kind of like, for instance, maybe IOTA, man. But yeah, very nice uptrend. Undeniable higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Inverse head and shoulders, hitting target, selling off, going back to entry, creating bullish bat pattern or bullish shark pattern, and then rallying again. Higher lows, locally, hidden bullish divergence. All right, I like it, man. Hex isn't really doing that yet. This is getting back in the groove of the trend it's been in since it bottomed out in July. If you're looking for coins, I'm just saying, like, kind of like Doge that like bottomed out in July. It made a higher low, momentum shifting. It broke a supply line. Yeah, it's dumping now with Bitcoin, man. Sure, everything's gonna dump with Bitcoin most likely. So you're thinking it'll probably, if it all it needs to do is maybe stay above the supply line, but also stay above 23 cents, and all will be well, right? I mean, this is fine. This is what you're looking for. Higher highs, higher lows. Hex isn't doing that. You're looking for assets like H-bar. Oh my God, it's almost it's like a specimen trade. It's unreal. It's so good looking. Where you have a complete reset, you back test levels, inflection as support not once but twice, then you create the M shape, the higher low, accumulation, and then you're trying to tell me classic accumulation structure develops, potential 3 rising valleys. So yeah, this will keep dumping. I mean, as long as Bitcoin keeps dumping, none of these, I mean, these assets are just going to keep bleeding out. And then it'll start, like, it really starts dumping. It'll get really violent. The selling, I mean, it happened in the past 30, 40 minutes where things were up so much and they're just bleeding out, getting fast. So it looks incredible. This is what assets look like before they go to all-time highs and beyond. Price discovery right here. So, like, look at this for a second, okay? Just look at it, all right? You know, long-term uptrend, right? You got a nice uptrend. Look, classic accumulation again down here. But look, the buying climax, then the big reset, the pullback, the much higher lows, the previous lows, then the harmonic, then the accumulation structure. And we already looked at it today. We already looked at Tesla. Okay, dude. The buying climax, the reset, the harmonic structure, and then the accumulation occurred. The reaccumulation, and then it broke out, and then look at it now. So that is what H-bar is trying to do. That's what, like, Algo, I think it was Algo, I can't remember, man. Algo doing the same friggin' thing, man. I think I have it on another chart. Maybe my work didn't save yesterday. Been switching different hard drives today, so look, you know, it's like the big run up, the buying climax, the reset. The bottom gets put in, then the M shape, then the higher low than the previous low, accumulation, slight accumulation, but then classic accumulation, really like consecutive higher lows, hidden bullish divergence on that third valley. But when the macro dumps, when we're probably going to go down $4,000, when this happens, nothing's going to play out. Everything's going to dump. And that's what I was talking about. When Bitcoin, when the time comes, you have assets that have hit all 3 targets and exceeded them. Some have hit 1 or 2 targets and not the third. And some have just been presented as potential opportunities for a long. Those ones will get destroyed when Bitcoin really says it's time to dump. And the other ones that hit the targets, that's why people take profits. This is exactly why swing trading is real. Because people got to take profits. Because you just don't know when Bitcoin's going to pull the rug. And you got to have a plan, man. So here we go. We're about to test the neckline. For the first time, what seems like to be the neckline, right? There's always a chance it bounces. There's nothing implying a bounce is coming here, but there's always a chance. If it doesn't hold, easy target 58,350. That's the big, strong support level, 57.5 to 58.4. Okay, do you understand? This is the whole trading dance. And you got to be cognizant every single cycle it happens, okay? You got trades that play out all the way. And they outperform, they exceed targets, oh my god. And then some are okay. And then some start and then they fail almost immediately. Because it's just they constantly churning them out, man. And thanks for the 1,200 people still here. If you're enjoying the coverage of the, the dump, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Don't take it out on me that Bitcoin's dumping. What can I do, man? Like, right? We're just looking for low risk, high reward opportunities. Over and over and over. That's all we're trying to do. And a lot of times Bitcoin does not show that at all. So I think we have another request or something, but it's like I keep trying to do requests and Bitcoin keeps dumping to its lowest point of the day, and I got to come back to it to look at it.
Johnny tipped $21. Hey,
Right on
Mitch,
cue,
can you take a
because
look
there
at
were no more
THSC
requests.
/USDT? How is it as a high risk short trade?
How is it? Oh, I don't know, dude. Thanks for 21. How is it a low risk high reward opportunity trade? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I never said it was. Dude, it's like, so this is all the data you have? Yeah, it certainly looks like it's rounding out. Sure. What do you want from me, man? It's like, is there even enough data to really do true charting on this? I know that's a big area. 219, that's the highest. That first candle, it got listed and it closed there, and you got another close August 26th. You went up and tested and failed September 20th, and I guess again October 18th. So yeah, rounding out, and that could very well be where it's headed. You know, I could go up there and test that. Here we go. 60K is about to break. I can't even do. I only had like 3 requests today. I can't even do the request because every time I come here, Bitcoin dumps to the lowest level, and there it is. There it is again. So I don't know. Maybe it's trying to breach above the swing low from August 25th, and maybe they can sustain prices above that. It would run to 219, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. It could happen again, right? You just crazy rounding action. It's really kind of pretty, isn't it? It's pretty rounding action. There you go. Go back to Bitcoin, I guess.
Anonymous tipped $21. Hi, Mitch. Please check my
Gross, man.
text
This is
stock.
ugly, dude. 59.9 and dumping. Yep, $3,200 down on the day, down 5%. Here it goes, chat. Here we go. Dump, baby. Very seldom do I get pump streams, do I? I just get the dump streams. Nice. As soon as I go live, boom. It's that 6 p.m. Eastern time. It's just like, boom. Asia wakes up. I think it's fine, man. I mean, you didn't really be feeling bad until things get below 57.4, 57.5. So here we are. It's, it's still not even a real pattern yet because it hasn't broken the neckline, which you're staring at on your screen. And it really needs to get like a candle close confirmation below that neckline. It can fall below it intra candle and then get right back up above it, and that's not a true breakdown. I'm sorry. So can I invert the chart so it looks bullish? Sure, dude. There you go. Pretty nice, right? Very nice structure. Terrible context, though, right? It's like, okay, it'll usher in, maybe it does play out. It'll underperform, make a substantially lower high than the previous highs, and then dump again. Look at this long-term trend. Oh my God, dude. Never would want to be longing this asset inverted, right? But yeah, I mean, short term, it's, you know, gonna go test 58.4, the stronger levels of congestion, but it's still like holding 60K for now, which is like kind of a level. It's like from March 18th and April 1st, a couple swing highs there, and then just below it's 59.5 May 9th. There's just all kinds of chop here that has really, you understand, it's Bitcoin has spent zero time regarding these levels as support. It's trying to right now. It's doing all it can to regard all these levels that were just swing high, swing high, swing high. Every time's a freaking peak. Now it's trying to put in valleys. Trying to put in a valley, trying to put in a valley. Trying to be support, which is really good because it's never done it. You got to do that eventually. Just like here, remember that time Bitcoin never in the history of humankind had used 40K to 42K as support. It had only been critical resistances, reversal areas over and over and over. So it's good. It's like you got to like confirm this area as support. I mean, that's the best form of confirmation. So I wouldn't be like scared or anything. It's just, that's what it's doing right now. It's trying to commit a little history, isn't it? Total's still okay. It's just kind of a little below that 2.58 trillion area. Man, I thought we were going to get a back test the first time. So now we have 1 hour until your daily candle close. What will happen, chat, in the next 60 minutes? Will the dumping resume, or will power hour usher in a miracle rally? And then we pull a dot. Man, tough life. Jeez. Yeah, it'd be really interesting. I mean, like, yeah, you know, it's this would be scaring a lot of people, because a lot of people across this entire market would be identifying this, saying, "Oh my God, dude, it's a head and shoulders. It's over for Bitcoin. It's screwed. I better sell." The composite operator just gonna buy it up. He's going to buy up that limited supply, that multi-year low of exchange supply. I mean, even if this plays out, man, it's probably just going to underperform, make a higher low, and then pivot and run again. And it might take a week or two, but the on-chain analytics are insane on this. And then you got Ethereum that is down. I mean, this thing was going, and now it's kind of bearish engulfing, and I guess it's coming to test the demand line of what could be perceived as a really nice, well-respected upsloping channel. I don't think you're in much trouble at all until you fall below 39.50, which is, you know, major levels of inflection from September. You just can't break the resistance. It's like you're so close. It's just, I guess there's just a lot of supply of it. There has to be a lot of supply. But maybe, just maybe, there's absorption of the remaining supply by market participants. So okay, man. I don't know. I've been live for an hour, so maybe I should just get back to working on the Halloween stream or something. You know, it's kind of like, oh man, you go live stream on days like this. It's not really that fun, man. Okay. Especially when you've like literally just been at the screen all day looking at charts and stream stuff, live stream stuff. But yeah, you do not want to miss the Halloween stream on the 31st. I think that's on a Sunday. It is on a Sunday. Don't miss the stream. It'll be a weekly candle close stream. And it's just like a lot of effort, a lot of time put into it. So if you liked the spaceship streams, You will absolutely love what's coming because it's like in the same universe, really. So. No, yeah, whatever, man. Well, I mean, if you're new here, please be sure to join the Discord, where we got nearly 14,000 members. And there's educational resources in there, so if you're wanting to learn more about traditional technical analysis, what's taught here, there is the resources that will get your feet wet. And I'll post that link real quick. There you go. That's the link. Join or be destroyed. Okay. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Was there any more requests? Oh, yeah, there was one more. Okay. Oh, man. What are you doing to me, dude? Okay. Anonymous wanted to see Matin Holding Group Limited. That was up 44% today. Up another 21% after hours. That's cool. It's done that countless times before dumping to the abyss to lower lows. That's it. That's your downtrend. It's awful. I would never long any of this. I mean, I don't care if it pumps 50%. It's always going to give it all back, right? Historically, that's always been the case. You are not, I mean, you're looking for trends that are higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. In those higher highs, higher lows, you're looking for bullish continuation, bullish reversal patterns. This is like, oh, it just recently in October, my God, like 6 days ago made the lowest level it's ever made in the history of this chart. That is just not an asset you should ever care about longing. Never. You just, it doesn't matter if it goes up. You get like how when you're that, all right, if you're trying to take longs and when there's a trend like this, that's like going to the beach, the red flag's out, there's a really bad undertow. That's when you get in the water and then you start swimming against the undertow. That's you trying to take long positions on trends like this, long-term trends like this. It will not work out in the end. It's going to fail. It's like, and even if you get somewhere, you're going to be exhausted. You're not going to be able to really get anywhere. I mean, before you just drown or, you know, have to get rescued. And that's embarrassing, right? What's up, Adam, dude? Thanks, man. Thank you, dude, for the pounds. So, well, who cares? Do you really care if there's a deep crab? Like, wow, it reverses, man. Okay. And like, really high probability, if it reverses, it underperforms, makes substantially lower highs, goes to a 236 or something pathetic, 382, then dumps violently to the lowest low ever again. It's just like, it doesn't matter. It's awful. It's so bad. I'll tell you though, man, across this space, if Bitcoin can hold on, the opportunity is so immense. It's been immense. It's like, where you been the whole month? You've missed out on ridiculous opportunities to make stupid money, stupid yield. So you're showing up now. It's like, dang, man, I know it's still based on the weekly charts. You still are kind of early on time. But dude, you missed all like the crazy lowest of low risk areas ever to take longs where you don't have to worry about too much. What's up, Tiny Penguin? Thanks for the $20. Yep. We'll get to right now. Yep, this is what I had. Oh, it's beautiful. Look, this is stuff you're looking for, chat. Okay, major inflection point that goes back to 2016, right? It was resistance, support, now springing on a confirmation low. God, I need to... There are too many assets out there to scan through all of them by myself. I don't know, man. I look at a lot. How many trade setups? Can't post it. Like, you can't be like, there's not enough setups, but look at this one. This one's incredible. Holy crap. Anything above $75 is brilliantly good. Low risk, okay? Okay, so what happens here historically over and over and over for 100 years plus? That happens. So this is like almost, I mean, it's at 1.36%. Maybe you can get a back test to 75.29. That would be unbelievable if that happened. But yeah, you just look at it like, get your long tool out, you know, wherever. If you want to see it, maybe you think it pull back tomorrow, that's fine. Just having a stop, like reasonably, look, why are you trading this? Why would you even think about going long here? Okay, and it's pretty simple. I mean, it's like the target is C here. You have to swing for that. So it's like, why are you going long here? Because the asset has just confirmed that the bottom's in, right? You didn't know the first time. Second time, yep. Market participants are confirming the bottom's in at an 88% to 100% retrace from the previous low. And the aggressive target is A and C. I mean, it's almost too perfect to be a true conventional textbook pattern, but pretty simple. This is it.
Hey Mitch, what could be the next move for Bitcoin if it bounces here at 60k? Great stream.
I mean, like what? Okay, I'll show you. I mean, we can talk about like we did with DOT. We did it before it even happened, and then it happened. It's like, oh my God, you know, because we don't know. Like it's arrogant to be like, oh, I know, right? But it's like, if it does fail, great opportunity to long. So this is the way one would be sizing up CL here. And like your stop's just marginally below that confirmation low because that's what you're playing. You're playing that. That's your strategy. That is the reason and argument why you're going long, because it did that. So if it falls below that level, why would you want to be in the asset? You wouldn't, because it's below the confirmation low and below the critical ice line that goes back to 2016. You get it? That's why you're out. And then, like, you know, in order for it to be equitable, it's got to be 3-to-1. But I mean, is there really there's not really anything up at these levels that makes any sense but to take profit at 84, 88. And then your all-time high is just slightly above that, so you could do one target, two targets. Right there. Yeah, it's simple. And if it fails, not very bad losses, and it goes to much lower prices based on history. 84 years, yeah, I guess so, man. I guess so. So this is your CL, okay, chat? You get it? If you're not gonna take action on it, please take heed of the education being instilled in the stream right now. If you're watching, this is all we do every day. Okay, I know we're covering Bitcoin price action dumb of the day, but most of the time Bitcoin's not pumping or dumping. Most days Bitcoin's just hanging out. Oh, and it did pump earlier, but it's not pumping when I'm live. So we're looking for low risk, high reward opportunities that we can strategize our stop losses, our entries, and our take profits. That's all this is about. This stream, this culture, everything built here for 4 years now. I'm studying. I've been studying this since 23. So I'm 34 now. So 11 years. Okay, and we're trying. What we're doing, we're pioneers. We're clearing the thicket. We're taking all this stuff that we learned on the stock market and Forex, right? And bring it and applying it to an untraditional, newer market, which is crypto. And it's crazy how well it plays out all the time. It is so reliable in crypto. And you know that if you've been watching or paying attention and abiding by this formula that's being taught here. And in other places too, of course. So that's it. That's your CL. Good education. All right, next request was nothing, just Bitcoin. Said, what happens if it holds here? This is the long opportunity.
Thanks for what you're doing, Mitch. Recently discovered your channel. Could you speak on what you think of DKNG DraftKings chart?
Sure, dude. Sure. Thank you, Ian. So it's like, all right, this is textbook stuff. This isn't like I'm saying, do it now. This is time to go long on Bitcoin when it's presenting this. But I'm telling you, if it failed, because that's the freaking request, okay? I don't want to be coming in here and this thing like, I do all this education, and then people are like, you were wrong. It's like this, I'm not. It's never been about being right or wrong. It's about strategic areas for longs or shorts, right? And if a head and shoulders, a potential head and shoulders fails to break the neckline, fails to succeed as a bearish pattern in a bullish trend, if it fails, it is a wonderful long opportunity. right? This is exactly where, if it does fail to really play out, it would go this way. It would go up. It would moon. It would go to all-time highs in price discovery, 75, 88K.
Shock on BTU, Peabody Energy.
What's up, Grant? Thanks, dude. Sure. And I'm out of coffee already. What the? Well, I've been up since really early this morning, so I guess that's why. So that's it. Like, failed Head and Shoulders, and I guess we can just, hey, I don't believe this guy. It's like, okay, dude. We can just, I don't even know if it's gonna have any examples. I just know, like, this. Let's see. Yeah, look at this. Okay, this is what happens, Larry. This is a pretty good example, actually. All right, just whatever. You just go to Google and type it in, failed Head and Shoulders. Look what happens. The head, the shoulders. Oh my God, it looks so bad. It's over for this asset, and then it fails to break the neckline, chat. And look what happens. Look what happens. So this is how this is implying it. Okay, kind of interesting. That's kind of weird. So I guess what they do on that example, this is how they're measuring the move, is they measure the size of the potential structure, and then from the top of the right shoulder, they measure the move. And so the target for a measured move of a busted Head and Shoulders, potential Head and Shoulders, would be like 71,366. That's how they do it right here. I don't know. Like, I actually not really practice. I don't really practice. I just think, hey, if it fails here, long opportunity. And normally, like on DOT, it was so easy to strategize because you're just going with inflection points from history. There is no inflection point from history here on Bitcoin. It's like you're in blue skies if this fails. Okay. And I mean, the trend is not bearish. Have you not noticed? Imagine listening to someone that says Bitcoin's been bearish or something. And there have been plenty of people out there that are just like, it's Wyckoff distribution. It's Wyckoff redistribution. Even though it's like doing this. This is Wyckoff redistribution even after the breakout. What? Successful backtest. It's bearish. What? No, it's not. It broke all-time highs. It made the highest level ever. Like just, what, a week ago or less. And it's just, this is how you look at it, okay? All right, that was a request. Someone requested that kind of education stuff, so try to do what I could. All right.
All of a sudden the Head and Shoulder doesn't look that bad with an upward arrow next to it.
We did it, man. Bring in the new viewers, man. We're going to the moon with Shiba Inu coin and Dogecoin, man. We're all gonna moon together. No, they're just countless failed, busted Head and Shoulders, potential Head and Shoulders that failed to be. They're like, you know, like Jupiter, and you know, Jupiter is like a failed star, so it became Jupiter. Okay. What a joke. Jupiter was a joke, man. So if this was Jupiter, it would turn into this, right? If it turned into a star, then it would do this. It would actually do that. This is like what would happen if this actually played out. You dump. But the thing is, I just don't know. Like, how can it dump below all this? This is so strong. There's so much support here now, chat. So this maybe, right? And then we'll talk at these levels if it did it, okay? It would just go down to this and test it and test it and test it. It'd be very difficult to break it. Especially, it probably wouldn't. There's no way it would just like dump through that. Capitulation, no way. Too many buy orders are already there. There are so many buy orders there right now. You don't have to know because you look left and you understand. Market participants. What was once a resistance, chat becomes what? Support. You're trying to do that right now. So that's it, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I've been live like an hour and 12 minutes. I think I tried to put in some charts, you know. Kind of dead around here these days. And you want to spike my brain and be like, you know, that's like normal what happens. People like tap into my brain and ask good questions. Is there anyone asking like real questions in the chat right now? No, people just saying Jupiter Connect and SGB. I don't know what that means. Like just random comments. No one's asking anything. They're just participating in the chat. I guess it's cool. You know, better than dead chat.
What up, Mitch? Hope you're having a good day. Can we look at Jasmy/USD? Just hopped on, so don't know if you covered it already. Thank you.
Sorry, we looked at it before Bitcoin today because it's extremely important asset. Jasmy is going to take over the entire world. Federal Reserve's going to use that coin to, you know, do everything. Just kidding. Yeah, we'll look at it, sure. It's on Coinbase, man. Whoa. It mooned. Oh my god. There's got to be more data somewhere. Come on, man. Give me something. There we go. There's more data. I have memory of this place. Well, 7.9 cents was an inflection area. It up thrusted through it, failed. Then, hey, like just locally here, you kind of see it a little bit. It's hindsight, but this is like the psychology of buyers and sellers, right? You fail to break out, you dump, but then you bottomed out once. You don't know. No one knows anything, man. Like, is it gonna rally? No one knows. Then it created this peak here, and then sold off again. But what did it do when it sold off again? Another higher low, and then ended up. Wow, look at this consolidation chart. Almost like 3 higher lows here. You know, almost like a 3 rising valleys. Ascending triangle, whatever, you know.
Yo,
and then
can you throw some fibs down on BCH and let me know if you think it can reach 10k this cycle? Thanks for the TA, brother. You're the best man.
So big Papa Pump, dude. Thanks for the 25 super chat. We'll get Bitcoin Cash on the weekly or whatever. Oh, I don't know, 10k, dude. Didn't it hit $8,000 like accidentally, the Coinbase scam or whatever when they listed it way back? You know, it hit 8k then and no one bought it or whatever. Like one person bought it in the world. Probably not going to 10k, but we'll look at the chart and the Fibonacci for you. So, so if you look at this like a rectangle, if an asset like fails to break a major range, sells off halfway, 40%, 60%, whatever, and then rallies, and if it sees the top again, it could very well break out. And that's definitely what happened here. So it's in no man's land. I mean, you'd think it'd be going to 14.4 cents. Look, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, and could be straight up again. So I think that's the target eventually. And if you ever break that, I guess 25 cents. There's all kinds of like whatever, man. It's so illiquid. That's it, dude. Classic accumulation, right? You can identify this. It's happening across the markets on several assets, or the market on assets. Okay. Oh, that was it, man. Oh, let's look at Bitcoin Cash now.
It's doggy dog season. Can you do my token of keep?
Ugly, man. Like, what a bull flag, by the way. A bearish and golden candle on the daily being painted. And looks like so we gotta go to the weekly here. I actually can't, Justin French. I can't actually. Thank you for the $10. So it's like, you know, if you look at the weekly, nothing matters locally, right? This old bearish and golden candle on the daily, you can't even see it. It's so insignificant. But anything above 455 to 513, you have to be bullish. You cannot be bearish. It'd be crazy to be bearish when an asset literally on one of the most significant time scales literally springs and then back tests the spring.
Bear trap after bear trap season. Have a good day, Mitch.
Yes, sir, Brett. Thanks for the 3s. Yeah, now we can, Justin. Thank you, dude. If it's on TradingView, right? Remember, if it's not on TradingView, I'm not looking at it because I don't want people touching it. I just think like it's not on TradingView, it's trash. And I've never heard of that, so I fear that you're probably asking about some Binance Smart Chain crap. Okay, so fibs, you want me to Fibonacci from the all-time high, which was, see, it didn't even show up as 8,000. 4,200 to the bottom. Nah, man, I don't think 10K. dude, of course anything's possible, man. But if it's gonna hold this level, the first target is like 1500 again, 1550, and then like 1800.
Why Bristol Myers 4 hours? Do you consider this a double bottom or single bottom?
So Tiny Penguin, thanks for 20. Sounds like it's probably a double bottom on a less significant time scale, and then on a more significant time scale, it's not a double bottom, just from what you said, but we'll look. I don't know. So like if you're just talking about common retrace levels, it already happened, right? It ran up and hit that buying climax in May of the 38% retrace, right? The beginning of the golden zone, which is plotted all the time. We're talking about Fibonacci retraces. So it did 382 and then violently reversed, only to back up to the old Wyckoff accumulation range to regard it as support, not once, but twice. Very, very beautiful. I mean, this is like eventually, it could take a couple months, few months, but eventually you probably, if this is successful, run up to 1500, 1700 again. If you ever break 1850 though, which it hasn't been able to do, and even been able to test that since May of 2018, that's where fireworks start. That's where, like, look at the weekly candle high close, 2781. And that's like, you know, a little bit above the 618. But if it was going to make like a crazy deep retrace, you're talking about 3321 and then 3734. I don't know about that, man. I would say you got to go one at a time, because Bitcoin Cash, what does it really do? Is it really that great, man? You have to look at just the technicals. So it's like, if this holds successfully, we know without a shadow of a doubt, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the target is $1,600, $1,550, okay? Right back up the same target it was before, where it did spring back test the spring and then ran up, but it's doing it again. All right. That's your Bitcoin Cash. No to $10,000. No. Okay, you hear me? No to $10,000. Okay. Okay, next one was Akita. Oh, it's on TradingView. Nice, dude. I'm glad, dude. I hate when that happens. Well, I mean, again, you can't say there wasn't a better area. Jeez, man. Like, I don't know. I've never been here before, but like, it's just not a good time to be requesting an asset when it's up 21% on the day. But look what it's been doing for a couple weeks now. And the insult here is the request is happening, and it actually made sense. Like, where the reversal kind of happened, it made sense, right? Oh, it was like this level of inflection. There was an M shape, 100%, I mean 95% retrace on that M shape. Look, the X, the A, the B, the C, and then the D, right? I mean, that happened at levels that made sense. So it's really disappointing to getting a request now. So you're supposed to be requesting the asset when the asset's doing something like this. This is what the chart should look like. This is what a good request looks like. And it's never that I'm ungrateful for the contribution. I am certainly always grateful, but I certainly want you to get better at identifying low risk, high reward opportunity areas, so you can make life-changing money over and over and over again. So it's a tough love thing where I'm gonna scold you somewhat on requesting an asset that's done this.
Patreon is on fire. If you ain't in, you missing out. Ian, feels like a good time for a spin.
What's up, Logan, dude? Spin. I don't know, man. On a day like this, big one's dumping, everyone's depressed, even though, like, you know, an hour and a half ago, no one even had problems, dude. I don't know. Going out of town on Thursday afternoon. So, I mean, if he's asking, he was like, oh, but I did take the long there. I'm just asking about profit taking levels. Levels of inflection where a reversal could occur is upon you. 471, whatever. It's like 4.71 ten thousandths or 1,000ths of a penny. It's literally worthless. So that's it. Like, that's the area. Okay. You're not taking profit there. What are you doing? You're literally an Akita shill. If it ever broke that, yeah, man, it could go insane, man. It could go like to the where it made its highest level over at 1700, whatever. It's like 1.7 100ths or 1,000ths of a penny. It's worthless. Yeah, approaching a level where it could very well reverse violently and be bad. But you're asking about an asset that since it hit the inflection point to its highest point, it's up 730% in less than a month. That is a terrible request, but I am very grateful for the contribution. Okay. Oh, yeah, DraftKings, right, you're right. Sorry. Good. Well, I mean, a harmonic blade out, and it ran up and hit an area of inflection and then reversed there. And now it's like, dang, dude, this reminds me of like Bitcoin kind of back in February and April and May, right? I don't know. It's like anything above $43, $44 is okay, and that's exactly where we were eyeballing it before. But now I see no action to take on it. There's certainly no real edge. Do you see something that really makes sense for a long right now? Is there a confirmation low that a bottom's in? Is there bullish divergence? I mean, I guess I could see it's diverging a little bit on the RSI here. MACD certainly not. Earnings coming up in like, what, 2 weeks or less? Less than 2 weeks? It just confirmed a much lower high than the previous high. Oh my God. Let's look at this in the weekly, maybe even the monthly, to be scared here. Oh my God. Right? See, it's talking about a neckline. Hey, look, it's a potential slanted head and shoulders. We just saw this on Bitcoin. So you get this staring in the face. So if it fails, hey, it could be a long opportunity. But if it doesn't fail, it's going to get devastated. And this is the weekly, man. After a really nice run up, it's not Bitcoin. Oh no. Right? There's no on-chain analytics talking about like lowest supply levels on exchanges since 2018. So yeah, this is it. Here's your neckline. It's confluent. The neck. See, that's how you know the horizontal line support resistance is confluent with the neckline of the potential slanted head and shoulders pattern. If that breaks, it will get devastated most likely. Probably go down to like 32 bucks. And then, you know, below that, geez, 17 bucks. But if it holds, and like bullish engulfing candle can happen in 2 days on the weekly, and then it pivots, makes higher and runs again. So it might be a wait and see attitude on this one, right? Oof. Nasty. BMY on the weekly. Talking about, is this a double bottom or a single bottom? Oh man. Doesn't look good, man. To me, it's like the asset had a level, right? From 1999 and 2000, and then it upthrusted through it in 2016, and now it's like been confirming what was once resistance is certainly resistance again. But yeah, someone would be like, is this an inverse head and shoulders here? I don't know, man. Like the S&P 500, the Dow Jones are all hitting all-time highs today, and this thing has no edge on the weekly. It's not even oversold. It's in the bearish control zone at 35, testing that 200-week moving average for the first time since June of 2020. Weekly does not really look that great to me. I hate when an asset makes a buying climax and then double, triple tops at lower levels than that buying climax. It's like clearly there are less market participants that own this asset than they did before in 2016. It's 2021, man. Inflation's crazy, man. Equity prices are insane, and this is making lower highs. Gross. When I look at the weekly, I don't want anything to do with it. I'll just be like, I have to ask too many questions here. I'm going to move on to something where I don't have to ask all these freaking questions and be like, ooh, kind of could be topping out. Oh, there's that demand line. Look at that, busted. This would not be a double bottom by any means. Certainly the momentum has been shifting. Yes. But if it was gonna even anything, right? If you were gonna take a strategic entry, even, I mean, you'd have to like wait even longer. You'd have to wait till a 786 and 886, man. You gotta wait like $48 if you wanted something. There's just no action for me to take on her. I wouldn't want to touch this. That's me though. You can do your thing. I'm not gonna touch this.
DKNG analysis. Couldn't agree more. Thanks again.
What's up, Ian, dude? Thank you, man, for the 10. Website Bitcar. You can buy cars with crypto. Dean.
Can you take a look at Atlas/USDT 0.100700000 LTC?
Sure, Mr. Plum Man. Thank you, dude. Is your name Mario? Thanks, dude. That's kind of tough. How does one simply look at the website Bitcar? Sounds like I'm about to get scammed, chat. I'm gonna type it in on Google and see what happens. Bitcars. What's up? It's a Freeman, dude. It's a Freeman.
Freeman tipped $25.
Or
Mitch.
Dune.
Sorry, the vibe is pensive. I don't know why I'm making a killing over the past months. Learning to trade low risk areas thanks to your help. What's your take on dollar OGN lately? Thanks, man.
I don't know. We'll look at it. I know ONT looks amazing. For now, until Bitcoin ruins the party. But if Bitcoin doesn't ruin the party, oh my god, ONT. That's the request. That's what someone should be requesting. So what is this? Bitcar. I'm scared to click on that, dude. I don't know you. I've never seen you tip before, and people try to get me, man, all the time. They try to get me. And all you gotta do, it's so bad, like the way it is now. People, you could just make me click on a URL and you got me, dude. It's that easy for hackers. And it's not, I'm not being paranoid, but I am just being like, dude, if I knew you, Dean, man, it's no offense, but yeah, I'm sure there's a website where you can buy cars with Bitcoin, and that's a really cool idea. Love it, man. But at the same time, it's like, why are you getting rid of your Bitcoin for a car? You're taking a really, really nice, you're like inversing. I know you got to drive, but you could use your US dollars, your trash toilet paper US dollars, your fiat to buy a car and hold your Bitcoin. Go Bitcars. Let's go, dude. Okay, buy, was that the next request? Bueller. Give me a sec, we'll see. Catching up. Yeah, buy is. Oh, I guess I'm spinning a wheel for something. I'll chug something, dude, if it lands on chug, but I guarantee you it doesn't land on chug right here. Spin again, you got lucky, but it will not land on chug right here. No chug, get destroyed, Logan. Thank you, man. The next request was buy, but buy what? Oh, is it buy to the US dollar tether? It has to be. Well, it fell below the inflection point. Guh. I can't believe I've even been here before. It's been a while though. Last time I was here, I think it was trying to hold, but look at this. Yeah, momentum shifting. You created a new base at 3.2 cents here. Interesting. Momentum is shifting. When's the last time you made a higher low, man? A low, the lowest low. Now a higher low. I think it was too shallow to be a harmonic. Is there an edge? Don't know, man. I mean, like anything above 3.2 cents, I guess is okay. Where it's like if it holds 3.2 cents, which it never even back tested it really. Hold on, that candle low close right there, it did test this. So that's the zone. Right, the wick low and the candle close. And you gray it out so you can see it. The inflection zone, it held it. So you have a true spring back test spring going on. That manifested into what? The asset rallying to the next level of inflection that it has been unable to breach. You see, it's a big zone, man, big chop zone. So if it can break 6.9 cents, it could very well run straight up to 10.48 cents. If it breaks that, 14 cents, breaks that, 20 cents. So I get why you're requesting it. Is it just kind of like this, momentum shifting, so it's a potential head and shoulders? I don't know if you could, you definitely can't call this a conventional textbook inverse head and shoulders pattern, right? Or potential. There's no way to identify, there is no neckline. You had this psycho weird pump and dump. So, but yes, clearly there is a left shoulder, there is a head, there is a right shoulder in development. So maybe what we could consider is that 7 cent, 6.9 cent inflection point is the neckline. If it breaks that for real, then that's when you could see a decent markup. So you're at a critical area, and if you break this critical area, it could certainly go up substantially. I mean, like if it broke this area, which is not, if it did, it could go run up to, it could run up 53% if it breaks that. It just hasn't yet. But yeah, clearly, like lows, lower lows, lowest low, all of a sudden a higher low. Okay, things are shifting a little bit. Not too bad of a chart. Not the worst ones we've seen today.
0.040700000 LTC.
What's up, Crypto Plumber, man? Thanks for the 8 of Litecoin, man. I think you're next. You are next. What exchange though? Okay, let's look at that one. Let's look at the other one. Okay, that one has more data. Okay, so there's just not much data. This is pretty new, like really, really new. FTX. Right, what do you do here? With such little data, it's really tough, man. It's like, so draw the trend line because you're like, it might be support, I guess. It's certainly attempting to test the level as support. There's nothing you can do about the oscillators really because it's just, there's such little data. This is the daily. So you could try to say, I mean, on the RSI from this low to this higher low for now, you are making lower levels of relative strength. And that is some form of hidden bullish divergence. If you hold above 7.3 to 7.6 cents long enough, that's exactly where it could have a nice run up to 12.5 to 13.5 cents. It's so you're looking at now a range. Look, you have traders settling up that exact same level. So it's kind of closer to the bottom of the range. The closer you are to the bottom of the range, the easier it is to strategize a stop loss, an entry, and take profits, right? The higher, the further away you get from that low risk area, the more difficult it is to set up a strategic entry, stop loss, take profit, right? So like the most idealistic entry ever would be like right at the bottom, right in that zone. And then of course take profit. Could be like 5 to 1, but it's so far off that now. It just that wick tested it. Now it's beginning to rally. It could come all the way back. It could come down. It could bleed out in the next few days back to it. But yeah, it's just range bound trading. That's all I can do here is a little education on ranges because there's such little data. It's almost impossible to do any TA. So we're lucky we got this even. Of course. "84 years later." Yeah, so okay, all right. You at least can identify some sort of harmonic structure, a shark here that definitely hit. I mean, like 88% retrace. Very interesting here, huh? Yep, it sure is. And now it's almost like, dang, dude, seen this before. How many times now we've seen this all develop? It's actually not bad. The 4 hours pretty good. Yep. An asset gets listed in crypto, it dumps, it bottoms out, then it creates the M structure. Then the M structure spends some time there, consolidating, reaction low, reversal low, and then eventually over and over and over, that stuff happens, man. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. You see this, right? And then all we have to do is just go to like an old trade setup, man. Hold on. Oh my God. Same thing, dude. I mean, right? You got a new coin. This is back in March. It got listed and then creates a harmonic structure, right? Bottoms out, and then it goes insane. Like it literally like goes, good, bye, see ya. 3 targets exceeded, and then it don't look at this. Then it reset, completely reset, all the way back down to the entry, and it bounced there. Holy crap, a re-entry. So anyway, I mean, like, yeah. So not much data, but dang, there's stuff there that we've seen before. It's like the same thing with like ORN. I mean, we did this yesterday. Look at this, dude. I mean, you won't even believe it. Down here. Right? Well, I guess this isn't a very good example, maybe? Or maybe it is. I'm just thinking wrong here. The asset dumps, and then it bottoms out, and then it creates the harmonic. And then, you know, it goes. Right, it's not a very good one. A good one, a really good one. Ocean was a good one, I believe. Did the thing we're talking about. So we can go back to history. Yeah, look at this. It's the same thing, right? It's like, here it is, right? It gets listed, it dumps, it starts bottoming out, then it creates the M shape. The exact same M shape here, where it's like the shark, and then it hits the levels, and then it goes insane. To much higher levels. And then you got CRV, I believe was another one, top of my mind. There it is, right? You dump and then you bottom out, then you create the M shape, and then you reverse. Wow. Newer coins, they do this. All right, next request. OGN. Damn, man, was stuck forever. Look how long that one just did nothing. Then it broke out and went berserk. Then it's like, hey, it looks like it's I mean, it was a great reversal harmonic, but it rallied and hit kind of like the aggressive targets for harmonics, the top of them, and then it reversed, and it's just been like going sideways. But in the end, it's like almost like it did a full reset from that previous low right here, I guess we could see, to the high. Dude, that's like almost an 88% retrace. So look at this. I mean, you've got just like another harmonic. It's the Bartley, right, where the asset hits the 618. And it's pretty much a Gartley, man. It's a Gartley. I really like this, dude. It's really nice. So a bullish Gartley pattern that reacts. You see the reaction. That was that impulse right here. Then it sells off. And what does it do? It's attempting to make a confirmation low, and it's higher. So really strong when a confirmation low is kind of higher, because it's like accumulation is very apparent now, where there are more market participants that own the asset than they did before. So it's like, this is exactly where an asset, when they do things like this, they can eventually end up doing this. talking about full resets. So don't sleep on OGN. It actually looks pretty good. It reminds me of ICP a little bit. Dude, I've been like rough, man, ever since Houston. It's crazy, dude. And that was it. That was the last request. Get wrecked. Thank you. So here we are, chat. Back to your favorite asset, Bitcoin. That looks so scary, doesn't it? Looks like the end of the world is coming. Impending zero on Bitcoin, right? With this structure. But then you say it hasn't... it has not yet broken the neckline. It has not broken the neckline. And so until it breaks it, you can't say it's a true confirmed bearish structure yet. It's a very real bearish momentum shifting structure, but it's potential. But you might get resolution tomorrow. It could break down on the new day. It could keep dumping, or just, the new day you start pumping again. Hard to say. Okay, y'all. I guess we're good. So you know what's going on. Bitcoin. If it breaks the neckline, I think there's so much support looking left that it's gonna, once it breaks the neckline, if it does, it's gonna come down probably pretty fast to 58.4 to 57.5. But that's a big area where we're gonna be, balls of our feet, all eyes on the screen at this zone here, because you know what it is. It's very, very real. It's not a joke. So that's all I can tell you. Yeah, I got some tea. Got that Mokta or whatever. It's not bad. So thanks for the 1,000 people still here or so.
Shub failed to break 30-minute head and shoulders.
And I thought we were... Why'd you do that, Dustin, man? Really? You want me to look at Shiba coin as I'm trying to end the stream? Shiba coin, where it's like, I don't even want to look at the chart, because like I have acquaintances, people I never talked to, just messaging me. I'm like, who's that? Oh yeah, him. Asking me about Shiba coin. Oh my God, oh, not this crap again. Always part of the cycle, man. Always part of the cycle. It's like people don't care about crypto while it's forming really nice, entry areas where it's at major inflection points. People don't care now. Then they only care when Bitcoin's somehow painting maybe a momentum shifting structure. People ask me about this stuff now. What? Where were you? Well, I was doing something more important than making life-changing money, so I don't have to work a 9 to 5. Nope. They were too busy. I guess we'll look at it, whatever. Here we go, chat. Welcome to the S Show. Gotta love this, man. The bearish Garley played out. It played out, but the trend was too bullish. Far too bullish of a trend. So what did it do? Bottomed out and has mooned. And where was it if the Garley... 1618. So you're right around that 1618 area of what would be the crab. We talked about, we actually had it plotted where we had the Gartley there, and then we had the bearish crab pattern. So you're exceeding. It's crazy though. Look at that. Look at that reaction you caught. So I think Scott Carney's in here. He's like, hey man, we got a type 1. Now we might be working on that type 2 return. This is like, okay, so I think of course it could keep going up. Of course, man. But what if this is the type 2 return that's just going on? I mean, these are not long entry areas. Please understand that. This is exactly where smart money takes profit on traditional markets. From research done on traditional markets, this is where profit taking is had. Reversals occur. But again, okay, it's Shiba coin, so it doesn't, and just keeps going, and then it's so incredible, and then the normies keep getting ushered in by this crap, and they keep developing bad patterns, bad habits, and then the composite operator way later in the cycle devastates them because like he's good at like ushering in the normies, and then they have some success, so they think what they're doing is the right way to do it. They're a genius, right? They figured it out. They figured out the paradox in it all, like the loophole. They found it. They made it. And then it keeps running. They keep making some more money, and they end up losing it all because once the rug pulls and the composite operator reverses the entire market and the whole trend, they'll continue doing the same bullcrap they were trying on the way up because it worked. And when you keep doing something repetitively, what happens? Habits set, and then the lower highs, lower lows come in. The degen gambling they did before on the way up, they start doing on the way down. They lose it all and probably more. That is how the composite operator works. He will set you up in a long-term bull cycle to develop stupid habits, and then when he changes the trend, you'll lose it all. Because that you thought what you were doing was proper, and it really wasn't. It was really stupid. That's it.
Sorry, Mitch, I'm not sure if my super chats are going though. Did you look at BTU?
Oh, yeah, I missed that one, dude. I'm sorry, man. That's my bad, dude. Yeah, we'll look at it right now. Oh my god, looks
Mitch,
like
what about
double top,
BTC
man.
option expiries and end of month October effect putting downward pressure on BTC?
Maybe, man. That could be it. That could be it. Of course it could be. But at the same time, maybe not. Thank you, dude. Alright, when you start exceeding the true technical analysis stuff, it gets really speculative, and certainly it could be, right? It always could be, man. So you got an atom potential double top going on right now after a ridiculous run where the composite operator acquired his position in March of this year. Okay, the smart money, the genius money, always look for spring back test. Oh my god, dude, what did you do in November? You got devastated, then you rallied and you got back, you sprung back above the inflection point, and then you even hit the top of the range. It looked pretty good, and then you sold off, and what'd you do? You confirmed what was once an old support is support again, and that is where it went berserk. So now, to ask about an asset up at these levels, I mean, maybe it's going to make a higher low here. It's trying to, I guess, barely. This is the chart. This is all you got. I mean, hey, it's above the 200 moving average and stuff. Cool. I don't know if this is really that actionable for long. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do anything with this because clearly, like, we're always looking for this. So we're looking for the composite operator signature to go long. That's what we're trying to do all the time. Up here is not composite operator taking longs area. It could keep going, yeah, but again, you could flip a coin. It could land on heads or tails. But if you're playing the numbers game, I'm telling you, if you're playing the numbers game as a trader.
Hey Mitch, can you look at J/used? THX.
Sure, dude. Thanks, man. If you're playing the numbers game as a trader, you always want a greater than coin slips chance. At any given time, on any given chart, at any given time, there's a coin slips chance of up or down. So we're looking for that weighted coin where we can get a 65-70% chance of upside. You get that weighted coin when you have a bunch of variables lining up at critical ice lines. And spring back test of springs are amazing, dude. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure it could hold, man, and that'd be great. And I hope that it holds and goes to 2265, the next major level from June of 2017. But it's really tough being like, well, you just confirmed a top. Really tough to be like, oh, can't wait to go long now, and there's no support looking left, really. I mean, not really. That one little low here from October 2019, the big areas of support resistance, 865 to 969. So I'd prefer it goes down there, test that before we really think about a serious entry. Again though, man, yeah, let it go up and get mad at me for talking about smart money and kind of dumb. Like why ever take longs at literal tops, double tops, confirmed tops? One time you don't know. The second time, dang man, what the? Sure, pivot and turn into an ascending triangle. It doesn't exist yet, right? It could do that. It could end up tomorrow, start pivoting, and oh my God, a beautiful bullish continuation pattern. But you don't know till it pivots here and runs up to that level again. It hasn't done that. So don't get mad at me if it does that. But you get what I'm saying. Lower risk, higher risk. All right, we got less than 2 minutes now. We're going eights, man. Let's go to Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, real bad news on the daily. To add insult to injury of the potential slanted head and shoulders, very close to playing out, very close to becoming confirmed. A bearish engulfing candle, another one's being confirmed. It's not really what you're looking for. A bamboozle candle, because it's like you bullishly engulfed yesterday, now you're bearishly engulfing. Below the highs from March, but still well above the stronger area of what would be potential support. And you understand, chat, never in human history as Bitcoin back tested 57.5 to 58.4 as support. Never, ever. So if it does it, you can't get mad or like become hopeless or think it's over for Bitcoin, because that's the way everyone was here at 40K. It seemed to, oh my God, it's over for Bitcoin, even though it's like, wait a second, you've never back tested 40K to 42K as support ever. So what's wrong with it doing that and successfully holding? Same thing could happen at the next major inflection. This is a stronger inflection area, arguably. It could be. A lot of touches, man, for months there. So maybe you do back test it as support. So there it is, chat. A new day has been born. Jesus chimes. That's it. Bearish and golden candle confirmed. It looks ugly, doesn't it? It looks real ugly. It's like everyone in the world's looking at this being like, gross, disgusting. Is it over? You know, it's tough. I mean, it's just, I feel kind of good because like where it's developing, there's just you're above major support levels. So our eyes getting real heavy now. Okay, next request is this, and it's an S coin I've never heard of in my life. Oh God. Super liquid. Hey, it was a shark, man. Look what it did. It was a full reset and then another full reset. So an M-shaped shark here, and now another shark. So we've seen that all over this market. I mean, this one's very, very similar to all the other ones. You know, where Scamwig, forget the scam. See what I'm saying? It's like, it's so well liquid, it can do Scamwigs like that. So you just go where there were multiple highs right there. It's a normal harmonic like that. It's just a standard harmonic. Perfect. A perfect M shape that could usher in a reversal. Oh, is it trying to... Well, okay, if it's an inverse head and shoulders or potential...
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, steak. Thanks. Clearly some sort of resistance here. I'm trying to do some analysis on this coin I've never seen before. S-coin. It's a really scuffed momentum shifting structure. A low, the lowest low. PCZ of the harmonic, and then it runs up same resistance and then sells off to make a higher low than the previous low. So momentum shifting. I'm not even calling it a inverse head and shoulders yet because it hasn't broken the neckline. If it breaks the neckline, that's big time. But just like Bitcoin, there's so much support below you. If it breaks the neckline, it's not out of the woods. It's not like it's just going to moon immediately. You got to go test 453. 453, kind of in between. It's like a zone, I guess, of inflection. You can see how often things happen right here between 453 and 496. But yeah, that's the big area. If it ever breaks that, oh, look out, man. This thing could go insane. Could mark up a lot. Yep. But you gotta love it because this is very similar to many others, and this is really good long term for the asset. Okay, it's kind of like it's a shark here, right? Think about the M shape. Look at that. It's literally perfect, right? It's literally perfect, man. 886, and then at the 886, another M shape develops. We've seen this across the market. It's very similar to many others. So it's all it's got to do is break $5 and boom, it can go to $10. Yep. Okay. I can't remember which exchange. For stake. It's really a liquid anyway. Well. Stake though, unreal. I mean, this was one though. Even though it was illiquid, it was an incredible trade setup back in December that went berserk, hit all the targets. It was incredible. It was so good. Harmonic structure, reaction low, reversal low, at a critical level. Not much data, but it was critical for the chart. And now look what happened. Bullish butterfly hitting the PCZ. Fell below the critical ice line, then sprung, then back tested the spring. Momentum shifted, and where did it run? To the next level of inflection that it's done every time in history before it. It up thrusted through that and then sold off. And now it's trying to make some bullish divergence. Well, it's played out. A low and a slightly lower low with higher levels relative strength. Impending price action reversal. You're getting it, but you're not making higher highs yet. But yeah, I think a supply line locally was broken. Right there, yep, you broke a supply line. But you're in the dead middle of a range. When you look left, it's really tough to strategize along here. But this, you can't say it wasn't identified and you were pinged about it if you were a patron. Right? Like where it was at, it was pinged back in August. We could just pull it up, I guess. Oh god, I'm gonna take stake and never find my chart because stake, people use the word stake all the time. I need to get better about navigating Discord. It's always broken for me. Try to do the right thing and it's like, nope. It's not how it works. Here it is. There's one of them. See if it goes. No, boom goes dynamite. That means it was identified before that. Hold on. Okay, that means it still could be a. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right. This was an at everyone too. All right, so this was the date was September 6th, and this is what it looked like. Okay, it's like, hey man, it's at critical levels, momentum shifting. This looks really good for $15. So stay the US dollar actually looks great again despite its low volume. Highly educational to identify major reversal areas and momentum shifting price action. Upside target easily $15 to $16 from here. If you were a patron, bing, oh my god, it's about, let's look at stake. So what does it do from there? It goes to $15, $16 easily. And now it's pulled back and it's just making, looks like higher lows than previous lows. Some more market participants on the asset than they did before back in late August. And then it could run again and it could eventually break $16, go to 20, then go to 25, 28, and then maybe even 40 again. There you go. There's your stake, dude. Yeah, guess what? Bitcoin's not cashing any bids to start the new day. All right, that was the last request too. Nice. All right, so appreciate all the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Thanks for sticking around with me for the daily candle close. Thanks for keeping me around. And here it is, chat. I'll leave you with this. Neckline is very close to being broken. If it breaks for real, 58.4, 57.5 are your targets. So I appreciate everything. I will just be back. So until next time, respect the TA.
is JP. I am a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
And then, just like that,
Adios, turd nuggets.